There is a 30-day deadline for anyone who wants to change the Constitution, so they certainly are free to make their proposals, provided that it falls within the timelines that are prescribed in our Constitution.
For the meeting of the 24th, is there something that has come to you that they would like to amend the Constitution then?
Well, there are several proposals that came from the AGM last year, or were sent to the AGM last year. Specifically, there are 4 proposals that would have to be considered at this extraordinary Congress coming up on the 24th of August. Then there's some minor changes or alterations, corrections. There's more spelling corrections and some renumbering of the clauses in the Constitution. That the version that was approved, the numbering was not in the proper sequence, so those are small touch-ups, so to speak, that have to be done at this Congress, so that going into the elective Congress that everything is clear. Any proposals for amendments were already done last year, and I have not received any new proposals. Well, the Constitution is very clear that there is a 30-day timeline for when members must receive motions for changes to the Constitution or any constitutional amendment. Those items are clear, but perhaps there is also a way of asking for condonation in the meeting itself. But it's a very involved process. But our Constitution is quite clear.
So as matters stand, nothing is going to change now?
Well, the deadline for any changes for the upcoming 24th of August meeting has already gone by. It was last Thursday, sorry. So effectively, any new amendments must be tabled on the floor of the Congress. And then it really decides on the collective membership on that day to decide whether they will consider it or not. I think if my memory serves me, it is a 2/3 majority that needs to approve any changes in the procedure. But the Constitution itself is quite clear that 30-day notice is required to change the Constitution. Perhaps if they do give us 30-day notice for the 28th of September meeting, that's another matter. But for the 24th of August meeting, it's too late.
Well, I can't deny, and all I can say is that I just hate through you that, of course, I'm one of the people that they are considering. I did receive many calls from the members that they would like to consider me to really stand again as a vice president, and others wanted me to consider to stand as a president. And it is in the nature of things that these things are happening. So it is too early at this stage really to say whether but at an appropriate stage I will make my pronouncement.
Do you have plans of standing for presidency?
Well, as I say, it is too early for me to say anything. All I can say is that people are discussing and are encouraging that. And if the majority of the people feel that I must be a vice president, I will abide. If whatever they say, well, I must be deployed, even in the ordinary National Executive Committee, I will abide. Because I'm chief. That's the only title I can claim. But this one, I can't claim at all. They can say I must go home, I'll go home.
So did you endorse yesterday's decision?
It has not been presented to me as yet. I've just heard from you, and naturally it is a matter that I must consider, and I'm grateful.
But you said you received calls, Chief.
Yeah, I've received many calls. Yeah. The people themselves, we said the people must speak. If the people feel that he is the one who can take us to the next level, who am I to say no? And it is up to the members, and the members must pronounce, and well, I'll abide by their will, because I accepted this, that I'll abide by their own outcome. There's no doubt that South African football, we need really to have leadership that can take us to the next level. I think Kirsten and ourselves, we did actually take South African football to this level where it is, but definitely we need a team, of course, to take to the next level. It's up to the members then to decide. In this industry, there are different views on any matter. I mean, we're part of a democracy, and I don't think that at this stage we must actually read too much on factionalism. Me, as a chief, as you know, I hate factionalism, but I do cherish people's ideas. People may not say the same thing together. They may not actually agree on many other things, but to meet and discuss certain things is good. And all I hope is that the direct result of the interaction at the end, towards the elections on the 28th of September, there will emerge unity, because we are coming from very deep divided past in South African football. I'm not so sure whether you are correct when you say I'm part of the faction, because I've not said anything so far. But as the leader of South African football and the vice president of South African football, it is my responsibility to really unite South African football. And of course, people may have different views. And for your information, many views, many parties, if you can put it that way. Many people are saying, well, they've got this and the other views. Is that others have not come public to say where do they want me to serve. But it is gratifying to know that, of course, my name is among the names of the people that they are considering to take SAFA to the next level.
I did declare my availability to continue with my legacy, and I shall be standing. Of course, it's all subject to what the region says at the end of the day. South Africa is a democratic country, and it's also exciting to realize that so many people would love to be at the helm of South African Football Association. That makes me feel good in the sense that, yes, it's a challenge that everyone wants to be in. Well, I don't see it that way. I see it rather as an exciting seat. You call it a hot seat. I must say I did enjoy to have been at the helm of this organization. I continue to work in the collective, work in a team, and I think that's what everybody would love to be out there. If indeed it was a challenge to be out there, surely people would avoid to be there. And if there were issues that were not really going right, people would have avoided to go out there. The organization is stable, it's calm, we are delivering where we are supposed to deliver. We have run thus far the 4 years with so many activities. There has never been so many activities in this association than what has happened in the past 4 years. And that probably could have also indicated a lot of excitement. And at the same time, do not forget that people also want to grow in life. Surely they would aspire to want to be in that position. Nothing wrong, and that's a democratic country, and we should appreciate that. Look, I don't call it a different tune. All I say is we got to understand that people have ambitions in life, and of course they have set their own objectives, and of course they might have set their goals towards that as part of their life. And remember, it is not the first time that it was like that. We were there in 2009, and that was the case. And to me, it's business as usual. And of course, it's encouraging to realize that indeed there are people who would want to be out there.
Having declared that you would like to continue and you will contest the upcoming elections, do you then see it as a lack of confidence in you that they are continuing with a different project rather than yours?
Not at all, not at all. I think if you understand the scope and the dynamics of South African Football Association, you should understand why it's like that. And I'm not going to indicate why it's like that. That's part of that. Yes, that's very broad. And yeah, I mean, that's exciting to be out there. And of course, people should stand up when they feel like we want to be there. And of course, there are a number of factors of which I'm not going to highlight now. It's not about lack of confidence in me, no. I have done my best, as you might attest, and I've worked with all of them, and that's how it is. It's up to the members on the ground. The question is, are you confident of winning the elections? Surely, when you are a leader, you lead the people. I lead all the people. All the factions that you're talking about, I lead. So it's up to all those factions to come together and say, look, instead of being factions, let's come together and maintain the status quo. I've done everything that I was supposed to do under the circumstances, which I believe a number of regions have attested they are happy on what I have done.